Hey, welcome back to the Powered by Football podcast. We got a wonderful interview on with Ben Keyte, but I thought I'd do a little intro first, as we've got a few things that I want to get into. Thank you all so much for voting in the Powered by Football Awards for 2025. I am pleased to announce that we have doubled the amount of votes compared to what we had last year, and I'm so happy that we were able to do this. Thank you guys. Thank you guys so much for the support. It means so much that you're all getting involved with this little project of mine. And yeah, can't wait for you all to see the winners at the NSW PFA Awards night that we have in September. The second thing which I wanted to address in this podcast is that the microphone quality is not the best, but this will be improved from here on. I've just bought one of those fancy schmancy microphone boom arms that you see content creators use, where it like clamps to the table and holds the microphone and stuff. So I'm using that now, and from what I've tested, it's made the quality of the microphone a bit better. So this little PSA at the start of the episode will be all nice and clean. It won't be for the rest of the episode, but yeah, I just thought I'd let you know to sort of be prepared when it sounds a bit weird. We're going to be improving the audio quality from here on. But anyways, let's get into the episode. Hello and welcome back to the Powered by Football podcast, your favourite Powered by Football podcast hosted by Jackson Taylor. We've got a very wonderful interview today. I'm going to let them introduce themselves. Would you like to go ahead?
Yes, hello Jackson. My name is Ben Keyte. I'm 37 years old and I play for the Western Sydney Wanderers.
And that's not it, Ben. You've got a little announcement for us. So would you like to be the one to give that to everyone?
Yes, I do. Thank you, Jack. So, along with Wanderers, I'm also this season going to be playing for the GBG Knights across in the English Premier League.
Yeah, so I think obviously this was a massive announcement, and when I heard about this, immediately I knew I wanted to have you on to talk about this. So I want to just go back to the start of this. Like, how did this all come along?
Yeah, so basically it's just it happened when when you and I were actually overseas playing for the Wanderers in the Club World Cup. Basically, I don't know, I was just over there and obviously we're playing against really top class opposition and I just sort of felt, like I want more than what I guess is happening sort of here in a way. Like so and I've always dreamt of wanting to play for like another club overseas in a like top league. So I got pretty friendly with a few of the English people over there and especially like Rosie from us who was formerly from Spire. Now she's moved to Aston Villa and I was having a chat with her about the EPL along with John Boulding as well and Chris Gordon, like just top world class players and like having a chat with them about what it's like and like the structure and how they work and stuff. And I was almost going to sign with another club, Aston Villa, and then that didn't happen. And then I just was like, like why not just like reach out to some clubs and like see if they're interested in like taking me on. And I did. And then Kai Shah from the GBG Knights, who's their coach and one of their top players as well. So he straight away reached out to me and like we started chatting from there and then talked about logistics and what that looks like and yeah, like they made it official. So I was like wrapped. I was like over the moon. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah, so you mentioned there a bit about logistics, and I want to go into that a bit. Like, flying over there once was, a big call for people like yourself and me. How do you organize that? Both, sorting out flights, accommodation, are you, getting help from the club at all, or are you doing this solo?
Yeah, so it's like a bit of a mix at the moment. Like the finer details of that will like are gonna be sorted out like as we sort of move forward.
Mm.
But yeah, so you can't like I'm actually flying over in like 3 or 4 weeks time from now to go over for a 3 day training camp with the squad and to meet the whole squad because I've not met like face to face met any of the boys yet. So good chance to go over there, play with them, train with them, see their structure. I've been watching a few of their YouTube videos and the games on WFA and like they've got their own YouTube page as well. So I've been getting familiar with their style that way and constantly chatting with Kai about like things and what their expectations are and my expectations, I guess. And yeah, so it's yeah, they've booked accommodation for me to go training and with them. Flight's going to be booked very soon, and yeah, and then we just go from there and see how we go.
So where in England are they based?
So they're based in Gloucester.
Okay, yeah, right.
Yeah.
The name sounds familiar
But,
from Football Manager past.
yeah, so Gloucester's not far away from Birmingham.
Okay,
If you're familiar with Birmingham
yeah,
area, so it's around that sort of vicinity. Is where the team's based.
yeah, okay, gotcha. So obviously you mentioned before watching a lot of their games on YouTube and stuff. Like, what attracts you to their, their game, their play style, and how do you see yourself fitting into that?
Yeah, so I think the thing that attracts me, not just with GBG Knights, but I think with the I guess the English way or the English style is just like it's very open. Very rarely do you see like a lot of one-on-one battles like we have here back home in Australia. So I think I'm really looking forward to getting there and like having a lot of space and a lot of like good opportunities to score. And I think I'm probably going to be playing more striker, but that's sort of up in the air depending, I guess, how I gel and fit with the team and their team structure. So they came runners up in the championship last season, so
Yeah, wow.
they're they're a very well established team. They scored 76 goals out of 22 matches. Um, so
Over 3 goals a game.
they've got an extremely good attack. Yeah, the XG, as you said, is like probably over three. Obviously, Premier League's going to be a lot harder and tougher for them and for us this season as well. So, but yeah, like just looking forward to different style and like playing with a whole different team. Like I've not played with a completely different team literally since I've joined the Wanderers, which was back in 2012 ish. So
Obviously, you mentioned a bit of like the differences between the sport over in England and back home in Australia. How do you think that, moves like this can help grow the sport in Australia?
yeah, well, I guess as well, Jax, like that was a little bit my motivation in doing it as well. Like obviously we've back home here we've just had the Power Roos team announced about 2 days ago, which is really really exciting. Like it's an amazing squad, an amazing like final eight that have been selected. I'm so excited to like see those boys and girls play and represent the country. Definitely a lot of deserved players that have been selected, which is great to see. And I think playing over in Paris in the Club World Cup and having the Asia Cup come around, like it's really fueled me to like want to better myself. Like I'm very realistic. I know that like I'm probably quite at the moment. I'm probably quite a way away from like a rep team or international. It's still like the last 6 months or so has like shown me that like I still have a hunger for it. Like I still want to maybe if I'm lucky enough, if I'm good enough, one day it's like get back into the Australian team or at least even be considered. I'd be rapt to even just be considered,
Yeah.
even in an extended squad. Just to get back there. But I also know that is quite a way away, as I just said before. So, but yeah, hopefully me going and me doing this, like I can like inspire some like of the younger guys, Aussie guys, like go over and do similar things. I think it's really really important for powership football in Australia that we have our top players, and I'm by no means one of the top players here in Australia. Like I've been around a long time and have an enormous amount of experience compared to some players. But skill wise and stuff, I would no more, no way at all say I'm one of the top players here. So I sort of feel if I can do it and if I can get a spot on a team, then like I'd love to see like the likes of in the future the Ryan Sex, the Jack Parrys, the Luke Davids, like those kind of guys. Like even Dimitri, he's older than me now though, but he'd be going over there with a walking stick. But it'd be great to see like those kind of guys like go over there and like really test themselves as well. Yeah, I'm certainly hoping that like me doing this and like hopefully if I have a bit of success, like there is a bit of a flow and effect, I
Yeah.
guess, from the guys here.
Yeah, yeah, and obviously if there's any other openings in the squad, let them know that I'm free. So, it would be nice to join you over there, Benny, but
100%.
it is a very
Yeah,
exciting opportunity. I remember when you first told us and I was like, what the hell? How has he pulled this one up? Like, I was just like,
yeah,
that's crazy. I was pretty impressed with that. So, you've kind of covered a lot of the questions that I've, lined out without me even having to ask them. You kind of just covered three or four in one answer a few times. So you've done
yeah,
quite well for yourself. But like, I just want to like ask, I want to go a bit on a different angle. We are going to have a longer interview at some point with the whole team to talk about Paris, but I want to ask you personally about it while I got you.
yeah.
So, how do you think it went, just as a competition itself?
I mean, I think it was great. I think, it's been, for me personally, it's been 11 or 12 years since I've like played at that top level
Hmm.
in passion football. So it definitely was a massive eye opener for me to like see the top players in the world and like just for me to be on the same court as them. You just like you look at the likes of, as I said, like John Bolding's, Chris Gordon's, Momo, Brian Weiss, Valentino Zaccarelli from Argentina. The Mexican team, Rayados, like who also made their debut internationally as well. You see all of those things happen, and like it's just incredible to think that like we as Western Sydney and me as the captain as Western Sydney like went over and represented our club and represented Australia. And like, let's be honest with us, we probably didn't quite get the results that we were hoping we were going to get. But I think I think that's also shows sort of how far Australia still has to go within the sport and how far some of the other countries like the Americans, like the English, like the French, especially the French and Argentina. I tell you, Argentina are gonna be right there in the World Cup in their home country next year. They are looking very, very good, and especially with
So
the
you
ex coach
really?
from England,
Oh yeah, that
the,
too.
the, the ex coach from England, Chris Gordon's dad. Sorry, I forgot his first name. I think it's John. I know, I'll just call him John for now. But he is a brilliant coach, brilliant head coach. He was the one that invented the four up style from England that now a lot of other countries are copying. So it'll be incredible to see what he does with the Argentinian boys over there. So, but yeah, sorry, I diversed. But going back to your original question, yeah, it was incredible, and it was something like I'm never gonna forget. Hopefully, you're never gonna forget. It was for me. It was amazing to see like people like yourself and like John Reyes on that stage. Like, you guys have only been in this sport for a few years, and like to have that opportunity you guys got, and to see the development in the two of you from the start to the end of the tournament,
Hmm.
for me was incredible. But also, more importantly, was like the memories we created off the field. You
Yeah.
know, the camaraderie we have, and like all the things that we can't probably talk about on microphone here, Jackson, that happened. But but nah, it was wild, and I love other clubs and other players to have that opportunity that we were very fortunate to have gotten,
Hmm.
um, as well.
Yeah, it was definitely an amazing experience. Thank you for coaxing me into, coughing up the money to go. It was pretty cool.
You're welcome. You're welcome. I'm so glad you were there.
Yeah, it went well.
Apart from when your chair snapped
Hey, but that's a
five
story to tell. That was very funny.
5 minutes before Absalon, that was
Are,
great.
are you insinuating that the result would have changed if I had played those first 3 minutes against Upsilon?
Well, we wouldn't have been down 2-0 already.
Yeah, because it was 1-0 when I went on.
No, it was two.
Oh, whatever. I'm pretty sure it was 1, but whatever. Hey, this is Jackson from the future here to let you know that I was right and Ben was wrong. It was 1-0 when I entered the field of play. I really enjoyed it. I'm glad that we had to do that. Yeah, I guess there's nothing really else I had to ask you, so I kind of just want to give the floor to you. Is there anything else you'd like to add on discussion of either Paris or your new team or whatever you want, really?
Nah, just like I just want to wish like all the Poweroos good luck,
Mm,
and Robbie and Cameron and Marcus Upfield, like the coaching staff and the team, good luck in the upcoming APO Cup. Like we're all going to be behind you guys, and like want you guys to achieve obviously Asian champions, but also that World Cup qualification.
mm.
Because with World Cup qualification comes development and comes progress for us as a nation as well. So I believe in the boys and the girls, Rebecca, that have been selected in the squad, and I know that they're going to do us proud and like come home with the silverware and the chockies.
That's it. Really, really, really excited for it. I'm hoping to go up to do some commentary and all that sort of stuff. I don't know. Are you planning on going up, Ben?
I was going to, however, I'm actually in England because it's my first. Like about a week later is the first round of EPL,
Oh, I
so
see. I see.
I'll be watching from abroad,
At
but
a
100% watch.
stupid clock, I assume.
There'll be absolutely no sleep that whole week for me.
Nice, nice.
So
So
yeah,
you're flying back and forward, aren't you? Is that how it
yeah,
works?
yes, yeah. So logistically, if you want to know that, so I'm going over in about 4 or 5 weeks' time for a 3-day training camp, along with some scrimmages, like training matches,
Hmm.
against other EPL clubs. But I can't say who yet; it's not been announced. And then I go back in October for the first round of EPL.
Hmm.
I'm going over the sort of 7 to 10 days at a time,
Okay.
and then I come back, and then I go over a week or two before Christmas in December for the second round of EPL.
Hmm.
And then I go like constantly February, March, April, so
Okay.
3 months in a row. Um, is round three, four, and five.
Yeah. Wow.
So what they do, they split their season up into 5 weekends. So there's 12 teams. So you play each other twice. So it's a 22 match league, and you have 3 weekends of 4 matches and 2 weekends of 5 matches
Oof.
to make to make up the 22 rounds.
Far out. That's intensive.
Plus, on top, I'll also be going over to play for the Knights in their regional league as well. So
Hmm.
that's what we associate. Sorry, what's our equivalent of like the New South Wales Premier League that we play on Saturdays
Hmm.
on a weekly basis. So I'll be over there for some of their regional matches as well, which they're signing me up for.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and possibly FA Cup
Oh,
if
wow.
it fits in. Yeah, if it fits in with schedules, and when I'm over there, like I might be there for FA Cup as well.
Yeah, that's so cool.
I think I've already counted between now and next June. Like so that plus our nationals here plus our Premier League here. I think all up I'll play somewhere in excess of like 45 to like 55, 60 matches.
Wow. That's amazing.
Yeah.
You struggled a bit with those planes, so what? Have you learned anything since Paris?
Yeah, we've learned like a few things, gonna get some different straps, gonna get some different sort of foams and pillows like help prop me up and like put under me more so I don't get so like numb and like achy in my legs. That was the biggest problem really, my legs.
Hmm.
Hopefully get enough frequent flyers points that maybe the last 1 or 2 flights I can upgrade
Yeah, that'll be good.
to. So especially if it's sort of like EPL and nationals and then EPL, which is sort of what I'm hearing could be a possibility. So as well as like back home here, like looking after my body. So
Hmm.
I'm like ramping up. I've got like massage once a week. I'm gonna employ a physio. I'm gonna start hydrotherapy. Do a lot of things and make sure my body's like in peak condition, well as peak as I can be.
Yeah.
um, and eat well and stuff as well in between everything. to make sure, like, I guess, yeah, physically I'm in like the best I can be,
Yeah.
um, to take the flights and recover quick enough so I can play the best I can as well.
Yeah, nice. I mean, unless you've got anything else you want to say, I think we're good to wrap up this interview, Ben, but thank you for coming
Nice.
on.
No worries, mate. Sounds good. Thank
Cool.
you. Thank you. Thank you, audience. It's been nice having you, and we'll see you later.
You can get involved in power chair football here in New South Wales as an athlete, coach, referee, or volunteer by visiting the New South Wales Power Chair Football Association website, linked in the show notes. Our season takes place in Glenwood at the Valentine Sports Park from the 15th of February 2025 to the 12th of July 2025 every Saturday. Contact info@nswpfa.org.au for more information. Just a quick note that the views of this podcast are mine and mine alone. The opinions and thoughts expressed do not necessarily reflect those of the NSWPFA. If you want to get in touch with the podcast, you can follow us at Powered by Football Pod on Instagram, join our Facebook group, Powered by Football Podcast, or follow our Twitter account, Powered by Pod. Thanks for listening.